Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESOT Grand Tour Supremacy Cup number 1. This is the round of 16, I believe, between Kevin and Tit. This is going to be Tit's first outing in this tournament. I think Kevin had to go through the 32 round first of all. This is a best of one, so it's a winner takes all situation to move into the round of 8 afterwards, and we see Kevin playing as his favourite civilization, the Iroquois, spawning to the northeastern map in the colour blue, with Tit playing as his favourite civilization, or maybe underneath Japan, hard to tell, but he's playing as the Indians, spawning to the southwest, pardon me, in the colour red. Oh, looks like Kevin's missed that first pass experience. Well, no, he's actually going for the second pass. It's going to be close. I think he should be able to get it, but I think he's gone for a second pass here, and we'll go for it, and we'll manage to get an earlier shipment as a result, so that's going to be quite nice. Although he's so close, it's not actually going to matter. He's got 40 there from the train post, so he's already got the shipment before he gets the pass, so, oh well, it doesn't overly matter. Kevin here working on 80 food, speeding up that age up very nicely. Let's see what Tit's looking for. He's waiting around the Iroquois Tomahawk. I wonder if there's any other resource treasures nearby he could have taken instead. Is this a secret pirate guide? A secret pirate guide guard in 50 wood? I've never seen that treasure before. And Tit's just going to have to get out of there because he's seen that the Iroquois war chief is marching into town. And yeah, Tit's just running for the hills. He's realised, like, yep, nope, don't want a part of that. Could try and stun the blowgun and pick that off, but the Area War Chief is a bit scary. Fast age up here from Kevin. Going to go for a 14 village up. A couple of sheep here to make us some work. I think he's got hunting. He hasn't got hunting dogs just yet. It does make sense to not, I suppose. But yeah, decent age up time here from Kevin. Aging up now. Meanwhile, Tit looking to be defensive on his age up. He hasn't gone forwards yet with any villagers, so it does suggest he's going to throw something down in base. Could we see defensive Carney? Or is it has to be aggro still. Maybe he's like, oh my god, I've just realised I need to age. So he's going to have to go in base. Okay, that's a very defensive aggro. That's behind the town centre. Wow, that is very defensive. Mark exposed, maybe an aggro to the side or in front of the gold mine could be quite nice. Needs to herd in forward there, but does have quite a lot of hunt on the side of the map on the beach to play with as the game goes on. 75 would now have been stunned, taken down by the two elephants, and that should be very, very nice. Let's see how Kevin's aging up. Aging up with the chief. I believe that's the 3 villagers on the age up here. So Kevin going to go for a bit of an economy on the transition. I feel like this is a very standard build order here. The second longhouses early on. I suggest that there's some. Suggest that there's going to be some sort of military units. We see Miyanishi raided with 110. Thank you very much. That's so kind of you to raid the ESOT community channel on our 1v1 Cup Day. This is the round of 16 between Kevin and Tit. Kevin playing the Iroquois, Tit playing the Indians on Florida. So far, kind of standard opening. Kevin aging up pretty fast, going for 3-vil age up position. 5-vil now being sent. Possibly looking to go for a Iro semi-fast fortress. Tit's open defensive aggro behind, I'm sure. Tit's going to go for some pretty eco-heavy stuff. He's going to 700 wood first. 2 sepoys crossing the map, looking for this 120 coin, which is Tit's working on it at the moment. We'll see really how Kevin reacts to this, because I'm just getting mixed indications, especially about this extra longhouse here. But maybe it's just in preparation in case Tit does actually want to push in, but you know, these sepoys only 180 HP. We have the Explorer, the crack shot ability. We've even got Tit in cover mode because he knows, with just 2 units, because he knows the power of this Era Explorer. He's just aware, and that's a high level of Age Empires there. He's been aware of what your opponent's units are up to and how strong they are. Scouting in, seeing what's going on. Kevin just sending in all crates of resources here and looking to jump the age on that. 3 crates of food, 2 crates of gold, and a bit of woods as well to time over in transition. Consulate coming down here for Tit, likely to be going align himself with the Ottoman consulate for 4 villagers. I don't expect him to be going for early Hussar raids in here with the Bostanchi Hussars. No need for Minutemen when you're playing defensive. Let's actually have a look at Tit's card progression. 700. Oh, this is interesting. 700 wood into 700 gold. He's not actually. He's going to ally, but. Well, he might not even ally. He might still go 300 export as a pivot card, but this is quick. This is an early consulate by all things considered. Well, those 2 pirates got absolutely shreked. And another Aero Tomahawk joining the Indian army here. Very nice to see. Oh, thanks for letting me know. I'll see if I can drop by that game after this one. Best of 1 between these 2 players. It shouldn't take too long, and we'll go visit those guys afterwards. Is Kevin on the way up here at the moment? Yes, he's on the way up. He's aging up with the messenger, aging up fast here, so good tempo. A tribal marketplace being down. He's got enough wood here to upgrade a unit. He will get the building travel on the age up as he's playing as the Iroquois. So that's going to be stable defensive behind the war hut. Forest Prowler into musket rise being made, sending 6 Canyas. Could also go for Vet Canya. Hasn't got 5 Vet Canyas. Looking at this deck, interesting. He's got Manslets, Siege HP, Siege Damage, and Siege Combat. Ooh, spicy one. But I think that's really there to buff the light cannons in the 4th age. Light cannon, light cannon, light cannon. Yeah, light cannons with triple combat cards. Lol. That'd be so much fun. Actually has gone for elite canyons, so yeah, 6 veteran Hussar-like units on the field nice and early. A couple of skirms, era explorers. This is a strong little army pushing in, and Kinesi's aging up. He hasn't actually got any really sizable army on the field. A couple of seaboys here, but there are skirms to deal with this. A couple of elephants now being pulled in from behind. Mantlets are classed as siege units. They're like they are basically grenadiers. How they work, they're light artillery, but yeah, decent units they are. Very niche. Don't often use them. Not the greatest. They tank a lot, but they're quite slow, so they're quite awkward in like skirm, goon, high mobility type combats. Kevin here sieging the market, but if you could go a little bit deeper, you could try and put pressure on these villagers, build up the Tower of Victory, which will give them inspiration, a lot of wood as well. Surprised it's not the Charminar Gate, but the actual wood and inspiration is also very, very good benefit to have. Wood being sent behind. I guess it's maybe a TC spam from here from Tit. He likes to play at that style, but there's no what is it? What are they called? Big elephant, not flow elephants, but the flow elephant's big brother, the mahouts. Yeah, no mahout from the Charminar Gate, just the wood. A couple of houses and another second racks, upgrades as well for Sepoy and Gurkha. Likely Macy's stable being thrown down as well. It's very quickly how that gets eaten up here as the Indians, especially villagers, costing wood as well. With Kanya's muskets, trying to find that one vill just hiding in the swamp, just getting away and staying alive. I suppose that's all that matters. Get back to chopping some wood afterwards. Here come the elite mantlets. Now, for a bit of wood and a bit of cloth, 400 HP is a lot. 50 range resist and 400 HP is a lot of stuff there. So the mantlet's going to come in. I think Kevin knows that Tit likes to play it very defensively. Not really too sure what else Tit's got going on. He's sending Gurkhas, researching in Vet Gurkha now. It does have disciplined sepoys already. A lot of musket rise as well. Maybe anticipating the 3 Mahout shipment. Looking at Tit's deck, he does have only 2 Mahouts. He hasn't got the 3 Mahout card. No siege elephants here versus Era. Makes sense because there's no artillery. I suppose that's where the war chief civs or the war chiefs stands. He doesn't need the siege elephants. Did he just call his inspiration and back out? Oh, that's just painful to watch there from Tit. Using your biggest power spike and just letting it go away. That's a shame. And Kevin will be very happy that he sees the inspiration. It's a global ability. He knows what's happened. And he's waiting for more reinforcements. Speaking of reinforcements, here come the 8+5 Elite Forest Prowlers. He's up to 21 in total. A couple Elite Mantlets very happy to tank. And these Prowlers behind will do so much damage. Explorers nearby buffing HP of all these units. 440 HP on these Mantlets. They're tanking so much. And it's as if the Aero army is doing absolutely nothing here. Surely Kevin's got a massive army here. Does he go for a marketplace behind to dance for War Dance? I would encourage that very much so from the Aero player at the moment. Tomahawks, the Mantlets now in combat. They're sponging so much damage. Crackshot does come off and actually going to get a big hole into the Sepoy lines, but that's been so far such a good engagement. Kanya's charging the front line. Musket Riders focusing on the elephants, but the Kanya's got to go onto the Gurkhas. But all these Forest Prowlers just doing so good here for Kevin. This is such an... After this game, people will be saying like, oh yeah, man, that's such an OP. Such an OP shipment. It's done so well at the moment. All the infantry just on the back foot. That Mantlet's only now just gone down. 21 Forest Prowlers here for Kevin versus... he's only got 6 Gurkhas. It's not even... Oh, why is he backing out? No! Don't back out! Don't back out! If he just marched in there and war marched, so many villagers just nearly... so far exposed. He's waiting for reinforcements. Is he going to have that marketplace being thrown down? No, he isn't. Where is it? He needs the community plaza, the fire pit, to dance for war. Oh, you've got so much wood. Oh, what's going on, Kevin? War dance and the game is over. War dance and the game is over. This game's moving in though. I love how it's like a two-piece of wall, and just Kevin just assumes that all this is walled up. He's going to go around down to the south, but all these villas will evacuate as long as he's just not getting in. What's the play? What is the wait? What are we waiting for? Another trial marketplace. Still don't see that kind of fire pit. Is he waiting for an upgrade? Infantry combat. That could be what he's waiting for. That shipment's nearly there, but we'll still take about another. I don't know. 40 seconds coming. I've got a pop-up saying that Mr. Bramboy is playing Bloons Tower Defense 2, so that's where your ESOC admin is currently right now, playing Bloons. No, I don't think he's part of the ESOC team anymore. Oh, I miss Bramboy. Good lad he was. There's a 2 Mahout card. Elephant's still standing. They probably need to stand and heal each other up. But a couple Gurkhas. This is just... hasn't looked like it's gone Tit's way this game so far. And Kevin's just playing very safe. Doesn't want to risk this at all. I think he's just looking for villager. He might have actually seen that villager. Yeah, he sees that villager being gathered. That's him being gathered. Oh, he's not actually. He's still being gathered. Click on the mine. You can see it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's only one ville. Not the end of the world. Not really much to say at the moment, apart from just Kevin's just patrolling, trying to keep Tit in base. I think Kevin's just assuming he's out of hunt, but there's enough hunt there. He hasn't really scouted the hunt behind his base. India's just happily kind of booming away. 44 vills here for Kevin. Tit likely to be on 37, but does have 1 trickle. Yeah, the eco here not as great as it ought to be. How's Kevin on more vills than... Maybe Tit lost a couple of vills in those early exchanges, but next fight's coming in. A big army here. Do we see that community plaza? No, we don't. I don't understand the reason for that. That could be a deciding factor here. I do hear a dock coming down here for Tit. Mahout on the flank as well. A couple of Gurkhas here trying to exchange with Forest Prowlers, but the Forest Prowlers are just the superior units by far, especially buffed by the Explorer. Charging in, but Muskeride forming that front line. We're going to pick off these one by one. I think he wants to commit for them. Yeah, he's going to commit. He's losing a lot now, but we'll back off. Shoots and back off. Oh, that's a lot going down there, actually. There's Muskeride. He's lost so many, but I suppose that's tanking for the Forest Prowlers. They're still standing very nice and firm here. 31, but the Gurkha count is growing here from Tit, looks like. 14 Gurkhas. We do see 31 disciplined sepoys behind this. A lot of cavalry still intact. Maybe he wants to increase that hand cavalry component element for Kevin's army. Infantry attack now being researched and sent. Forest Prowler 1 Kanya being trained behind this. Still sieging the consulate. A lot of villagers, I think quite a few villagers are idle in the town centre. Yeah, there's the 4 gold mines being occupied, but more than 10 in the town centre now. And Kevin's still looking to be in a great position. Yes, India needs a Yurumi pop. That'd be very nice. And actually, Yurumi pop is on the way. Kevin's managed to sneak out of that one. And Tit pops Yurumis behind Agra to hide them. Yeah, good question. I'm not really too sure. I'm not really too sure the huge emphasis on the musket riders. You do know you're playing versus India. They're not likely to go sour mass. It doesn't actually have a stable full-on. Mahouts are quite expensive. And I don't necessarily get the reason for no war dance behind this from Iro. That could have really taken his skirmishers from like 24 attack up to like 30 plus and really dominates this skirmisher war. Now we've got Sepoy, Yurumi and Gurkha. A nice bit of a 3-unit composition here for him. Quite tough for Kevin to deal with. You don't want to let those Yurumi close in. Sepoys will be charging in behind. Yurumi will be tanking all the damage, surely. And actually, Kevin here is pull tricking his skirmishers out of the way of the Yurumi. What a good micro, good unit control there. And that Yurumi shipment's been cleaned up pretty quickly. I think Tit's only on the 1 TC, but Iro now onto 2 TCs. This is some good play. More villagers going down there. Maybe could have split fire that a little bit, but certainly they are going down quite quickly for Tit. Kevin up to 52 vills, with Tit only on to 47. Quite a few of those are fishing boats, which are kind of not as good as a villager. TC under siege at the moment. 12 villagers in the town centre. Enough skirms nearby to actually block the retreat to the Agra fort. I think he's anticipating the counter-attack here from Tit, so he has to kind of back his forces off, but there's a lot of vills in here to be at risk of getting picked off here. And Kevin has been playing very carefully, not ready to kind of stamp his foot down on this game at any point. Still looking for the community plaza. I'm still in wait, it seems. I suppose all this time that does, Kevin's still on his full economy training units behind this. Let's have a look at his production at the moment. Kind of idle at the moment, 2 vills in queue. He's gone through all his triple infantry. Oh, the paraffin around the Seminole. That's gonna be a lot of dead Gurkha here, and that's very nice pickings there for Kevin. He's very happy with that one. So he's plus 12s go down. Oh god, death by firing squad, and Kevin just needs to really. Well, I mean, he doesn't need to do anything actually. I think he's happy to do whatever, but he's just circling around, putting pressure, and just winning the trades. I don't really see how Tit's winning this one. He's got so many like sepoys and musks, but the Gurkha count hasn't been there. He hasn't got any cavalry to go with it. It's just trying to go for 1 unit musk. There's another sepoy shipment. It's just sepoys galore here for Tit. Has Kevin got? Oh, Kevin has actually got new ways. That's interesting. Could go new ways next card and go for counter infantry rifling. That would be so strong. Okay, Kevin now is just assuming that there's no hunting going on here from Tit, and that must be the case. Yeah, his food is looking so poor. He's actually getting Imperial bureaucracy, which should Does it affect his fishing boats? I don't think it fishes the fishing boats. It's just his villagers. But yeah, he's moving forward, trying to herd in deer. I mean, that's wishful to herd that one in. He's got to push out for some hunt, and just can't. Look at the size of this Aero army, just in its glorious state. Oh, 1,200 resources being shipped in from Kevin. That's certainly a very good value shipment. Maybe Kevin's going to use now to finally age up behind us. Not train units. He's at full pop, so he can't really train anymore. I guess he's going to try and pick off the town centre as he can. There's 7 villagers in there he can try and pick off. Seapoys, couple Yuri moving forward, but there's nothing too scary here for Kevin to deal with. Town centre's going to go down, and a couple of Zed moves will pick up one more Ville. Yeah, more Seapoys just going down. Might see if I can speed this one on along a little bit here. I'm just seeing a lot of patrolling up and down here from Kevin. Tit, is this Tit starting to move out the base a little bit? Oh, no, turn around, another fight going off. Castle being made on the side flank here from Tit. I think he wanted a TC then, but he's not going for Kevin looking to the age up to the 4th age. Yeah, he's finally gathering up these 400 resources here. Should be able to age up afterwards. Age up behind. Is this going to be the warrior? I want to say this is siege cannons, field cannons, maybe 2 of them on the age up's quite nice. We do see siege combat who can play a nice role, but he would like to go to the 4 light cannons first. We've already pop blocked. He's just having to. He's just waiting. He's just waiting for his upgrades, I guess. Yeah, let's put on triple. Well, I want to say triple speed. Let's put on the speed of it as fast as it can play back. Look at these boys marching. Tit establishing a town centre on the coast. This fish boom starting to now take off a little bit. Look at these guys. Oh, he's not got gill nets. Okay, he's just literally got gill nets now. I think he's just the gill net just came in. They went from 0.5 to 0.57, but no long lines on 24 fishing boats when you got lots of wood and gold available is interesting. Siege Workshop, War Hut number 2 coming down. He will get another building travois here from the town centre. That might actually be in an estate or something coming up behind. Let's look at Kevin's upgrades. Field Cannon. Champion Forest, Champion Muskets. Going for Stagecoach as well. I think Kevin's got this one locked down. Turk is just... Turk's turking. Turk is turking, but he's making walls, he's making fishing boats. And Kevin's going to have to move in and literally crush this entire place. Smart of him to pick off the Tower of Victory, though, because he does have inspiration available again. That castle never got built. Those villagers ran away a long time ago. And I think Kevin's just going to believe himself. Still looking. Oh, he does actually have Community Plaza. What is he dancing for? What is he dancing for? He's dancing for experience points. He just sends. He wants to send in the. This is smart. He wants to send in his artillery upgrades one by one. But I'm concerned because he hasn't got the population to train anymore. Really. This is very weird. Taj Mahal coming down here from Tit. Tit is aging up to the next age. Waterboom starting to take off now. 72 villagers on the field. Kevin has 65. A huge amount of bank of resources available behind. These guys now with siege combat looking very strong. These are essentially falconets from long range, which is fine. You know, long range falconets very nice, but they're cheaper as well. So that's where they kind of feel really good. They're kind of like pseudo light artillery, bit of coal, bit of Falk, bit of everything. Gurkha's pushing off, forcing a full cav response here of Champion Musket Riders and Champion Canyers. The Frost Prowls are cut behind. And the field cannons have picked off a second one. So the aggro fort has gone down. That's more XP there for thing. Kevin's engaging onto these disciplined ghosts. I don't think he really wants to take this. He's going to back off for the time being. Wait for the Frost Prowlers, but it's just... Is Kevin going to go like trade Monopoly or like the 4th to the 5th age? He's just got so much going on. I think he's going for market techs there from the estate. Finally, he's getting in the 4 field cannons. He's just over popped at the moment. This could be a good fight. Field cannons stopping, unpacking, and getting some volleys off. Honoured Sepoys have now come in. Kevin really does want to have that New Ways card coming behind us to get the counter-infantry rifling, because 66 attack is a lot, but 99's even more. I know it sounds obvious, but that's such a great situation to be in. It's just so measured and slow, this push here from Kevin. If he was playing versus me, he'd be all around me, just walking through my base as if it's nothing. I suppose this is a tournament game. He does have to take it very seriously, not risk losing too much. We're just getting picked off there one by one. Okay, here comes the Sepoys looking to maybe get a bit of a surround, bit of a trap. There's some 6 field cannons. Double Minutemen being caught. Oh my god, that is enlisting regulars there from Tit Center. He's now sending H4. Is a siege fire coming in? How? The field cannons, they're not moving. He's not moving. He's leaving the field cannons. He's just... he's leaving the field... Oh, my PC can't even handle it. There's so much stuff going on. All the field cannons are just gone. Well, they will be gone. Ceasefire ended and... Oh, no. Get Sompu conquered. Oh, that's a lot. There's not that many Frost Prowlers here. That's the thing. He hasn't gone too much into this. Couple of Mazda. There's a whole new Mazda regiment in behind us as well. It's just a bit of too much stuff to play with. Kevin's now down 20 pop. He's got a couple batches. He can complete the batches to get back to 200 population, it seems. A lot of resources in between H4 and H5, it seems. But Tit coming back in strong. 200 population now. Lots of villagers on the water. Strong economy. He's got more than 100 population in terms of army. This is impressive to see. Yeah, he's got more. He's got 63 sepoys. If in doubt, Sepoy out. He's got more Sepoys being trained behind this as well. And Kevin looking to be a position domination on the back foot momentarily. Oh, I see the Mansadar Urumi. He's got like yellow trousers on. Actually, you can somewhat see it this game. I think paying a sudden drop here with he can't just go pure Sepoys. And he's so late into the game. He hasn't got the XP to really spam out Urumi shipments over and over again. Kanya's charging in though. He's actually going to connect this and just wait for and get some good exchange with the Frost Prowlers. Hoping Kevin's on like triple Warhawk production at some point. New Ways is coming in behind this, but he's down in population. He's not at 200, and he just needs to keep this population high. It's the easiest way to surefire win the game is to keep your population at 200 and take good changes. But this is a great fight here. Kanya's a 47 hand attack. The range attack here from 33 is a full war dance of 16 for plus 17% attack, and a lot of units going down here for Tip. Score dominating still in favour of Kevin. That water is starting to run out. It's a lot of whales being gathered. There are 5 whales. We do start to see Petard raids. Petard on the side. 5 Petards will take down the town centre. I'm surprised it's not a Sepoy raid, but Petards and Sepoys both can do some great raids in. And Turkey hasn't tapped out just yet, and Kevin's starting to get really annoyed that the fire pit is now down. He will need to rebuild it to get the war dance back up. Oh, please, sorry, he's still got 69 Sepoys. Oh, he's down to 37. He's lost a lot. And the thing is, a lot of Canyas went down there, muskets went down as well, but it's the Forest Prowlers that still stands strong. These guys are up to ×3 attack versus Sepoys. A full batch of field cannons, Canya horsemen's. You know what? Actually, he's got to be very careful because he's nearly on full farms. He's nearly out of actual natural resources. Double batch of Minutemen from the forward town centre. The sentries have snared the Forest Prowlers. The honoured Sepoys are closing in to do some massive damage, and the cavalry just backing out. Cannons on the field, can't lose them again. Back onto Tit. Ceasefire halfway ready to go again, so no ceasefire shenanigans this time. Finally, the siege is happening again. Another ville being made. How many villas has it got? It's only got 51 villagers, and they're all at home on the rice paddies. This is quite brutal to see. So the kind of actual absolute eco that it has is not as strong as you'd hope it to be at this moment in time. Gavin, 66 villas. They're all out on the map on natural resources. Well, you just got to the point you're now researching the final Age 4 coin upgrade, but it's still a decent amount of coin to be taken on the map. That's another 2k gold, and these would be gathered up as well. Do I hear farms being built? Yes. It's been sending infinite. Is that infinite 7 mantlets? It is. Okay, champion mantlets as well. I guess he's just wanting to start sieging stuff, which makes sense. Kevin just needs to go for it. So we get to move on to watch other games in this one-day tournament. Come on, Kevin. Time's a factor. And here come the Sepoy raids. We all love to see. Oh, he's going to back on! Oh, no, come on. Oh, I don't feel like quitting the game after we've invested half an hour of great action. We do owe it to the players to respect them both playing, but oh, he's going all the way back to kill the Sepoy on a Sepoy, so I guess it makes sense to cut them off, but he's not cutting them off, he's just walking. Yeah, Mantlet's getting cleaned out. The thing is, the score is actually stabilised. It's now starting to get a little bit closer. The late game Hero Eco is really poor, is the short answer. I love how he's got Turkin as his deck name, because he's anticipating the situation. Come on, Frow's Price, you're so good. Just get in there. Get in there. He's got a stagecoach on food, actually. It's interesting. Time to go wood. Time to go stagecoach. Chain Monopoly. Sepoy raids in. Oh, another flank of villagers going down here. Probably going to build another town centre. Castle. You name it. 4 field cannons putting pressure onto this town centre. But here comes... Dun 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 dun. Sepoy raid. Sepoy raid. And off goes the champion. Rifle Riders to do with that. Because honest Sepoys be enjoying the presence of champion musket riders. They'd be quite happy to trade, but I think he's just here for the Ville kills and be really annoying. Yeah, I mean, you can't leave this too long. The thing is, I don't see Kevin ever really getting to the 5th age because he hasn't got eco plantation cards, and I think he's been making plantations instead of dancing for them as well. He still hasn't got a community plaza, and it's just all these little things are adding up just to be super annoying. Losing a couple of villas at home, only on 66 villas as well. He's got so much population in terms of military. I don't get the it's more than 130 pop in military. This is one of the strongest armies in the game as well, the Aero army. And Tit is mounting the comeback. It looks like he's actually into Aero's heartland, the eco, and this should actually force the actual retreat here from Kevin, but this time he's actually pushing. Now he's going to retreat back, but there's so many units here. But finally, has Kevin been caught out? Oh, Tit's been caught out. Why is he running back? He needs to run deep in. Bit of pool tricking. Field cannons coming up behind. And here we go again. Actually, do we... Has Ceasefire returned? Ceasefire has returned. Ceasefire has returned. He's going in there. But I think Kevin's aware of this one. And obviously, Ceasefire slows these units down by quite a considerable margin. Not as strong as it used to be. And that's why the early Ceasefire trap was even funnier, because it just shouldn't happen these days. Another town centre on the coast. More villagers being trained. Business goes on. King saying Kevin knows how to win a battle, but not how to win a war. He's trying. He's trying. Okay, Yumi's going in there earlier. I think they're kind of donating the Yumis and getting the infantry out. But these units are trying to raid now the whole Indian Aero eco. But the fishing is now essentially fully out. That's the problem that India has. His timing is essentially now to do something because he hasn't got the eco to back up. But okay, Kevin's nearly up to Imperial. Same with Tit, really. He's catching up. But the main fight happening here. Couple sepoys, they're not in melee, and actually the champion Kanya is doing so much damage, and the field cannons from behind. Once the sepoys go down, Kanya's are here to play. Let's look at Kevin's reinforcements. He has more cav coming. He's going for double musket rider here instead of double Kanyas, but that's still fine. But more villagers. Okay, sepoys just pushing down the infrastructure in the middle of the map. But this is a good catch. All these Kanyas, champion, 15 of them. The Frost Price can even just disengage and go middle, and that's what they're doing. They're going mid. They're leaving jungle and going mid. Well, he hasn't got the fire pit. He had one, but he lost it. I mean, he hasn't just thought about building it again. It's one thing I've noticed when Kevin's just gameplay in general. He's not a massive fan of dancing at the fire pits. And is Kevin going to age up? He's got to age up now, I think, to get the Imperial, just to give him the confidence to kind of fully commit to this one and push in. But okay, Tit has had to spend all his resources on the army replenishment, so Tit's got one more roll of the dice, let's say. If this stays as it is, he's got one more roll of the dice to win a fight. If he doesn't win the fight, he's just going to get out resourced and out kind of ecoed in that sense. Because Kevin's got a nice like infinite eco of infinite 1500 crates. That's pretty decent. He's actually aging up now. Aging up with the Wise Woman. I believe that's going to be a huge amount of crates to give him his Imperial. Discipline Mahout, not age 4. Disciplines Honoured Sepoys, Honoured Gurkhas as well. Another Townsend to be made. I don't think the eco is very, very good behind this. Kevin just wants to trade, I think. He knows he's ahead, just wants to trade. A couple of idols. He's only got the 1 Townsends still. At this moment in time, like, I know you've got 60 vills, but like... I even build town centres with Dutch when I've got another 15 to build. Just you might as well. He really wants to get Imperial Forest Prize. That's what he wants. That's the one unit he desperately needs. Fight's going to happen. Mahu's charging in. Age up actually going to hit at possibly the worst time here for Kevin, but it's absolutely fine though. He can win this fight in age 4. So it's back down to normal speed to see how this one goes. Again, Cannon's just being left behind. He just wants to kite with the skirms and kind of the goon style. And each time these skirms volley, we just see whole cohorts of sepoys just being melted with the counter infantry. Oh, he's forward with the huge crates. There's so many resources here at the front. I think like 1,800 of resources. Maybe they went home. Resources have got shipped home as well, but the Mahouts are not good enough. They're going to get caught by the champion Kanyas. The Gurkha's good on top of the Forest Prowlers. Kevin here sitting in the light cans again. Not yet getting an upgrade in, but surely now Tit's gone past the point. I don't have a big batch of Minutemen, but we're going to see our first Imperial tech coming in very, very soon. It's going to be probably Imperial Forest Prowlers with another batch of Forest Prowlers to come behind, but the population needs to keep making units. Just he wants to fish around out like India's ecos just kind of like really hit the wall. Now 20,000 points between Kevin and Tit. If anything, I would rather have my opponent have mass field cannons than mass legendary Forest Prowlers. These guys are so scary. These guys kind of overpop a little bit. I suppose with the splash damage and the infantry multipliers, they are very good versus infantry. We have Mahout raids. We have Turkey in the extremity. And Sepoys charging through the middle again. You're H5, Kevin! Oh, come on. So many going down here. We might reach another Imperial. And has Kevin resigned out of the ball in there? No, Tit resigned. Ah, oh, Kevin has defeated Tit, which we can call as a small upset. Best of 1. Kevin, the main squeeze, coming through, and what a great game that was. I really enjoyed that. Although it could have been ended about 30 minutes earlier, we ended up with a 42-minute game with Kevin going to his Imperial Age as the Iroquois. And we'll move on to the round of 8, I believe, so fair play. And let's move on to our next series and see who else in the round of 16 is still to cast.